Does sex actually make a man fall in love with you, or does it make him lose interest? You've probably heard both the sides. Some say men bond through sex, others say they disappear after. But the truth is, it depends on two main things: what kind of a man he is, and what really happens between both of you beyond the body. Let's break that down, because once you understand this, you will never confuse sexual attraction with love again. I'm Michael Charming, orgasm, intimacy and relationship coach. I work with men and women who want more than just good sex. They want soul, depth and connection, and of course, nourishing orgasms. Let's start with the biology. After sex, most men experience a quick rise and then a drop in dopamine, the pleasure chemical. Women, on the other hand, experience a longer wave of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. So biologically, women stay in the emotional afterglow longer and are more likely to feel connected after sex, while men can momentarily feel a dip. That's why some men pull away. Not because they don't care, but because their chemistry shifts back to the baseline and their body is just recalibrating. You might have felt this. You had an amazing night, deep connection, and then suddenly, the next morning, he's distant, quiet, a little off, as if he has become a ghost. But think of it this way. After sex, a man's body wants space. A woman's body wants closeness. And quite possibly, neither of you knows how to express it. He doesn't even realize that's what's happening. And most men couldn't explain it even if they tried. We were never taught how to express what's moving inside us. We were never taught the language of our own feelings. So your heart lays in, his energy pulls back. And suddenly, what was beautiful feels like he just took what he needed and vanished. What feels natural to him can feel like rejection or distance to you. And because your body still wants connection, sometimes the sex feels like he has used you even when that was never his intention. And yes, I'll be honest with you, I have been that guy too. I've cared, but my body went into a different rhythm. Back then, I didn't realize that's what was happening. It was confusing for both sides. But here's where personality kicks in. Some men live from their heart. For them, sex deepens love. They feel more connected afterwards. But for the emotionally unavailable ones, or the ones chasing validation, sex is just a hit, a release. Boom, boom, done. In some cases, not even a thank you or a goodbye. The act doesn't change him, it only reveals him. But when that's misunderstood, it creates anxiety, overthinking, and emotional pain. Biology is only the surface. The deeper truth has to do with personality and consciousness and energy. At a deeper level, call it energy, call it emotion, call it presence. Sex is a fusion. When two people meet physically, they exchange more than just touch. They exchange attention, they exchange energy, trust, memories, and heartbeats. I have worked with men who told me I didn't expect to care this much about her. I thought it was casual, but something shifted. I can't stop thinking about her. When we unpacked it, what they were describing wasn't confusion, it was awakening. They met a woman who was present, confident, open, but grounded. That mix hits a man in a place deeper than lust. It reaches the part of him that has been starving for softness, for truth, for someone who doesn't need to perform to be felt. And that's when love sneaks in. Not because of the act itself, but because of how it's shared. So no, it's not the sex that makes him fall. It's what's still there when it's over. The way your body breathes, the way your silence lingers, the way he feels himself in your calm, the way both of you spark with chemistry and create those fond memories. All of it tells his body he can finally exhale. And yes, men's bodies work in a similar way to women's. The difference is many aren't connected to theirs. We stay too much in our heads, a little aloof to the physiological process that unfolds underneath. Here's what many people get wrong. Love doesn't appear after sex. it defines the quality of the sex in the first place. You can have a wild chemistry with someone you would never build a life with. But when there is trust, play, laughter, honesty, sex becomes something else entirely. It starts to feel sacred. Think of it like this. If there is performance, fear, or unspoken tension, bodies connect but hearts don't. But when you slow down, breathe, and actually see each other, love starts forming through the body, not around it. So instead of asking, will sex make him love me? Ask, does he even have the emotional capacity before we touch? Because sex doesn't create depth, it amplifies whatever's already there. So here's the truth. Sex alone won't make a man fall in love. But when love, respect, and emotional maturity are already brewing, sex becomes the fire that seals the bond. It's not a trick, it's a mirror. If the love is real, sex reveals it. If it's shallow, sex exposes that too. And when two people meet with honesty, desire, and presence, that's when it stops being like an act and becomes an awakening. It becomes art, raw, real, and unforgettable. Some even describe it as a meeting of two souls remembering why they came here. If this conversation hit home and you want to explore the kind of intimacy that opens both your heart and your body, subscribe and let's go deeper together.